Hello everyone, welcome back to Financial News. I'm Ron Jankowski with Channel 4 in Palos Heights, and my co-host is Paul Munichel with Ameriprise Financial. Today is March 7th, 2022. Paul, I saw your show last week. I was on vacation. All I can say is, how can you answer for anything to your the people that you're actually taking care of and giving guidance to? There's so much uncertainty. How can you handle this?
That's it, and I can't answer it. I don't have any insight into how high inflation is going to go, how high gas prices are going to go, and of course the ongoing war with Iraq or with Russia and Ukraine. It's three uncertainties. The market hates that kind of stuff. That creates volatility in the market. It could be big spikes up. It could be big spikes down. With volatility, you just don't know where the market's going to go oftentimes.
And unfortunately for your clients, it's a tough answer for them to say be patient, and then in some cases they could be a little aggressive depending on what is going on and how comfortable they feel with their investment. So I wouldn't want to sit in your seat.
Each client's situation is a little different. So most people are in a position to ride this out with solid investments. But there is that fear. You just don't know. It's that uncertainty that keeps people up at night.
Well, when you give your report, Ameriprise had also given me the information as of this morning that I'll share with the viewers, and I'll do that after your report, Paul.
Great. So as I said, although I don't have any updates on the uncertainty, the war in Russia and Ukraine, gas prices and inflation, I can't comment on the uncertainty. But what I will report on today is the certain numbers we do have regarding earnings, and give you just a bit of an update as that. We did have a strong Q4, but estimates for Q1 are wavering. Now, through last Friday, approximately 99% of S&P 500 companies had reported their results for the calendar fourth quarter. Overall, S&P 500 aggregate earnings per share for the quarter grew by a strong 31.5% versus year-ago levels on sales growth of 16.2%. Now, a month ago, blended estimates, that's actuals plus estimates, had looked for Q4 earnings per share growth of 24% on sales growth of 14%. So you can see we did exceed that. Q1 estimates are under pressure from that rising energy prices we talked about. It's normal for current quarter estimates to decline during any given reporting season. However, Q1 estimates have been under added pressure as of late due largely to rapidly rising energy costs. In fact, according to FactSet, last week's 1.2% cut in Q1 earnings per share estimates was the largest single week cut to earnings forecasts since Q2 of the year 2020. That was at the start of the pandemic. Now, however, full year 2022 earnings per share expectations for the S&P 500 still look for a solid gain of about 7%. Now, given recent crude oil price trends, this estimate may come under considerable pressure in the weeks and months ahead. Estimates for 2023, meanwhile, currently stand at $248.99. That is up from $247.25 we saw just 3 weeks ago. That does represent an approximate gain of 10%. So we will remain experiencing the strong Q4 results, and over the course of the earnings season, 76% of companies reported better than expected earnings per share versus an historical average of about 65%, while 78% reported better than expected sales. Now, all the data I mentioned in today's commentary. I do have tables with the data from FactSet if anyone's interested in seeing them. And we just have to wait and see. So Q4 did look pretty decent, better than expected. Q1, as expected, those revisions is being revised downwards, and we'll just have to wait and see how those earnings come in.
Okay, as I mentioned, Ameriprise had sent me this information as of this morning, and I'm going to read this. U.S. stock index futures are down again this morning, but well off the lows following reports of a meeting between Russia and Ukrainian officials this Thursday. Markets in Asia closed down sharply, with Hong Kong and Taiwan down over 3%. Europe is also very weak, with the FTSE 100 down 3.5%.
I mean, this is affecting the globe. Everyone's
Yes,
involved in this. It's
everywhere.
affecting
It's a
everyone's
world
oil
thing.
prices, everyone's energy prices. The first bullet point you read about maybe that Russia and Ukraine are going to talk again. That's the only bit of positive news I hear in what you've said so far.
Here's something that I do not understand. Treasury yields are rising across the curve with a 10-2 spread at 25 BP. What does that mean, Paul?
Yields are up, meaning the prices of those Treasury bonds are down.
Okay. And risk off is pushing gold another 1% higher, following a 4% rise last week in WTI crude. The focus point is up 4% this morning to $120 a barrel. All that means is our gasoline prices are going to just continue going up. I have some year-to-date returns, index returns. And these are all unfortunately minuses, and I understand for everything that you reported, this is understandable. S&P 500 is down 8%. Meaning it's a minus. Dow Jones is a minus 7%. NASDAQ is a minus 14%. Anything you want to add to that, Paul? There's nothing
all in
good.
all, no. I mean, those aren't horrible numbers.
No.
All the years we've been doing this show, Ron, we've reported bigger down numbers than that. I always tell people it's not fun, it's not enjoyable. Q4 earnings did come in good, which should normally drive this market up. But again, with all the, as we've stated multiple times, everything that's going on in the world right now, it's tough to post positive numbers right now. But you never know. Things could turn. This peace talk that is going on that you reported, that may turn things. Who knows?
Yeah, yes. Well, thank you, Paul, for that. Paul, we will be looking for your report on Your Money. That's the next show. Please stay with us. Paul has an interesting topic, and I believe it's spring cleaning your finances in 5 easy steps. So stay with us. We'll be right back. And we're back with Your Money. Thank you for staying with us. And Paul's got an interesting topic about cleaning up your finances in 5 steps. And Paul, I'm going to just let you go with it.
Thanks, Ron. It was entitled Spring Cleaning. We had 70-degree weather almost on Saturday. And today when we're filming, it's snowing. So maybe I jinxed us by picking this topic today. But anyway, we are going to move forward with spring cleaning your portfolio. And, in general, spring is considered a good time to deep clean your home. To really get your house in order, expand the tradition outside the walls of your home to include tidying your finances. Doing so can help alleviate stress and give you a sense of confidence. So today we're going to go over 5 steps to help you organize and polish your financial life. Step number 1, toss paper and secure passwords. It's easy to get caught up in paperwork, even in the electronic age. Pull out the shredder and dispose of old bills and notices. If you store passwords on paper, consider moving them to a more secure password storage device for improved security. And while you're at it, change your passwords to reduce your risk of getting hacked. All pretty solid ideas. Just make sure anything you shred is nothing you need. Before you shred it, of course, because you're never going to put it back together. Step 2, assess your financial stability. So review your personal cash flow by preparing a summary of money coming in and money going out to pay bills. Fund your lifestyle and handle emergencies during a set period of time. You need to calculate your assets and liabilities to get an estimate of your net worth, and watch out for creeping living costs and look for opportunities to grow earnings, reduce debt, slash spending and savings increases. Step number 3, look to maybe streamline your cards and memberships. Using those gift cards accumulating in your wallet, consider eliminating memberships that are not a good value. Close out that old bank account if you no longer use it. Revisit rates for insurance policies, cable TV, and phone contracts, and other ongoing costs that may be renegotiated, bundled, or improved by switching to a competitor. Step number 4, touch up your estate plan. Update your will or trust to ensure it reflects your wishes. Confirm that your beneficiary designations are current, especially if there's been a divorce, birth, or death in your family. Protect yourself further by assigning a power of attorney and creating a living will and advance directive according to your personal wishes and state requirements. And last but not least, point number 5, refresh your savings and your investments. Make sure your emergency fund is sufficient to handle an unexpected setback. Check in on your retirement savings to determine if you're still on track. If you're earning more, consider saving more. Make saving automatic with each paycheck. If you have a 401k with a former employer, a rollover may offer more investment options to reduce your fees. And consider diversifying your investments to better align with the changes in your life. The only conclusion, spring, it's a great time to meet with your financial advisor for your annual review and refine your financial plan based on evolving life goals and circumstances.
That was a good plan. Paul, the only thing I want to mention to that also is with the feds, they have a potential increase in interest rates, which is probably going to have a positive response to CDs. And if you're cleaning your financial inventory, you might want to take a look at what the feds are doing and CDs improving so that there's a better savings as well.
Yeah, you're right. But again, we have to lump that in with that pile of uncertainty. The Fed has alluded that they are going to raise rates, but they haven't yet.
Yeah.
We have to wait for the next meeting, and then how many rates they do implement this year. Those are the things that are going to affect your CD rates maybe a little more dramatically than just one hike, but we got to wait and see.
Exactly. So waiting till the latter part of the year might behoove you.
I sound like a broken record, but there's just so much we don't know,
Yeah.
and it's so much unpredictability in the markets.
The financial industry this is a tough time for them because there's very little direction. I don't say no direction, very little.
Just expect the unexpected.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you, Paul. Paul Munico from Ameriprise Financial, and I am Ron Jankowski with Channel 4. We wish you good investment day.
And I did want to go ahead and state, too, like all the uncertainty we're talking about, I'm sure viewers at home might have questions. If they do, they can feel free to give me a call directly, and I'll do my best to try and answer them. You can call me at 708-226-3412.
Okay, very good. We'll see you next time.